ഡിസ്റ്റിലറി ടൂർ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തു. നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ 10 പേരുണ്ട്. മാഡം റോസ്മേരിയാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഗൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ടൊമാറ്റിൻ ഡിസ്റ്റിലറി 1897 സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തതാണ്. 1985 ഇത് ജാപ്പനീസ് ഓണർഷിപ്പിലേക്ക് മാറി. ഡിസ്റ്റിലറിയുടെ സൈഡിലുള്ള വ്യൂസാണ്.
But they're all very slightly different from each other, so hopefully you'll find something like it's in the south, which was quite a big undertaking because they had to go all the way on foot. You know, it was pretty cold, quite a hard life really, so they needed something to cheer them up on the way down, and that's where the whisky came into it, you know, because they had to sleep outside in the cold and everything. It was pretty hard anymore, so it was gone. And the railway though was key to the establishment of the official distillery, because that's the main line, and it opened that year. It only got worse. The demand for whisky went way down. I was a teenager then, so I know of which I speak from personal experience. We hated whisky. We weren't interested in whisky. It was very unfashionable.
I don't believe that.
Answer to Coca-Cola actually. As in, they're very, very well known and well established in Japan.
ഗൈഡിൻ്റെ വിവരങ്ങൾ കഴിഞ്ഞു. നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്റ്റിലറിയുടെ അകത്തേക്ക് കിടക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ തന്നെ സ്കോച്ചിൻ്റെ നല്ല മണമുണ്ട്. നമുക്കിവിടെ നിൽക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
You might know at least one of the ingredients. Can you guess one? Malt, yes, that's it. Yeah.
Barley.
Just malted. So the malt is the barley. It's malted barley. So that's one ingredient. But yes, that's right. Another one that you can probably guess, it's quite obvious, and yeast. The water is very important. Every distillery has its own unique source of water. Ours comes from a burn. Burn is a Scottish. The process is to malt the barley if you're making malt whisky, and that is one of the. No, so it's so it's a couple of days in warm water, and that causes it to germinate because it's simulating springtime. And when it's germinating, it's because the production obviously is not as high as it used to be. Now, when it arrives, the pipes here, I'm going to explain that to you. So that's the first one. That's what we use to make all the Tomatin whisky, which is what we're doing most of the time. Very easy to sniff out. So they start. You might want to stand a bit closer to me.
Where's the button?
No, that's my job. But this is the only one in the UK that you can actually get inside, so it's quite nice to see it from this angle. This one hasn't been used since 1985, and that's because at that point the production went down. So there were
വലിയ വലിയ ഡിസ്റ്റിലറീസാണ്. ഫെർമെൻറ്റേഷൻ നടക്കുന്ന മുകളിലാണ്. ഫെർമെൻറ്റേഷൻ നടക്കുന്ന സീനാണിത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് നല്ല മണമായിട്ടുണ്ട്. പോയാലോ?
Okay, so this is a still house. It's not working at weekend. It's an away house, so that's why it's currently here. It will be starting back to this container in the middle.
സ്പിരിറ്റ് അതിലെ വരുന്നു.
On the way from
ഇവിടെ
the
വന്ന്
first
ശേഖരിക്കപ്പെടും.
distillation.
ഇത് 77,287 ലിറ്റർ കൊള്ളുന്ന ടാങ്കാണത്.
The heat up all vaporises at 78 degrees centigrade. So when that happens, the vapours go up the neck along the arm at the top, and then outside the building, each still has a condenser. This is a condenser here. Most distilleries have the condensers inside these days, but we've still got ours outside. So if you look up when you go out, you'll see them, and that means that the copper residue would be filtered out, and so any liquid that you're left with after that would be just water, and that could go back into the water source. Precious about the shape of the stills. Every distillery has got its own shape, and that is unique to the distillery.
ബാരൽസ്.
For the taste.
Yeah, we
Under
saw one in
5
the
years
local
isn't
in
gonna-
Edinburgh. 3 years old whiskey.
Yeah, we just declined to take it.
ചേട്ടാ
അന്ന് ഭൂമിക്കടിയിൽ.
ഇതാണ് ഭൂമിക്കടി.
യെസ്.
Built first. But most of them were replaced in the 1960s.
ഷെറി
These big
കീപ്പിംഗ്
ones
അണ്ടർ.
drove past, well, some of them drove past on the tank that we've got. So we've got room for 220,000 casks altogether. So we do have a lot of space. Traditionally, you would have stacked them up like this. So this is called a dunnage warehouse, and these bits of wood are called duns, and they were of the ductile wood down. So they have also been maturing.
5 വർഷം മുതൽ 70 വർഷം വരെ ഇത് സൂക്ഷിക്കും. വർഷം കൂടുന്നവരും വാല്യൂ വ്യത്യാസം വരും.
Just in case you had a disaster, if you had a big fire, you could go down to all the other facilities and collect up all the tomatin that was left. You would have something to start again. So we all get into that. Now it's pretty cold in here, of course, which is good and not difficult.
1980, 83, 1967 മുതൽ സൂക്ഷിച്ചു വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ ജനിക്കുന്നതിന് മുമ്പുള്ള ഷെറിയാണിത്. 2006, 93, 95, 99, 2002, 2005, 17, 16.
17 years. They're filled right up to the brim.
മണിയുടെ പ്രായം.
So that's what is evaporated. So you can imagine the one at the back.
കുറച്ച് ഇവാപ്പറേറ്റ് പോയി പകുതിയുള്ളൂ.
Yeah.
ഈ ബാരല് 2017 ഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്തു. 10 ബോട്ടിലുണ്ടാക്കി. ഒരു ബോട്ടിലിന് 10 ലക്ഷം രൂപ വെച്ചിട്ട്. വീണ്ടും ഇത് അടച്ചു. 10 ബോട്ടിലല്ല, 75 ബോട്ടിലുണ്ടാക്കിയെന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. 75 ബോട്ടിലുണ്ടാക്കിയതിന് ശേഷം ഇത് അടച്ചു. ബർത്ത്ഡേ ഇയർ.
That's right. Yeah. And grab a seat at the table. Oh, fortunately, it's
There's a window scalani around.
1897 ആരംഭിച്ച ഈ ടൊമാറ്റിൻ ഡിസ്റ്റിലറിയുടെ വീഡിയോ ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുകയാണ്.
Well, we're not finished yet. We'll get you to the So just in the room at the end there.
Tasting Tomatin.